I started going to a small group about 2 years ago. Actually, this time, 2 years ago. We've been coming to Covenant we moved here in 2008. We've been coming to Covenant since about that time. We would be like the Christmas, Easter thing. I have questioned God. I have questioned faith. I've questioned everything my entire life. I was raised where religion was pushed heavy on me, and the people who were pushing religion on me and pushing Christ on me, they wanted the best for me, but what they ended up doing is like just pushing me away from it. So I'm like, this isn't a thing. This is just a feel-good fantasy story, you know. My wife was she was saved, trying to get my dates right, it was probably about 4 years ago. When that happened, it became a little bit more of a focus to go to church. But that was on my wife, and I would go because it felt like nothing bad's gonna happen here. It's a good place to go. We did that whole thing, like I said, going a little bit more frequently. But that was my wife, really kind of. I mean, honestly, I would say saving my life in the big picture wise, but bringing our 2 kids and us to church. And my wife was saying we should go to small group. I think you'll like it. That first one, I remember I sat kind of just like this, my arms folded. We did introductions. The first one we had was actually about shepherding a child's heart, about parenting. So I thought, okay, I don't believe in this whole God thing, but I might be able to pick up a thing or two about how to be a better father. But we would be going through something in the Bible and applying it to parenting, and I would just openly try and contradict people's faith. I look back on that, I'm like, what a jerk. It was early July, and I was so bad. I was in such a bad, dark place that it was nothing for me to take pain pills or smoke weed or drink. And all I would do is I would live for that buzz. And it got to one night where I was just sitting there and I had this reflection, like, what are you doing? Like, if I am one pill away and one wrong drink away from just dying. I didn't realize it then, I realized it now. I hated myself so bad. I was just dancing with the devil. I just had this ultimate moment of just like forgiveness. I just felt this like washing of just, I am messing up. My life is a disaster. I confessed my sins, and I just felt this high that I've never felt before. She sat with me and she cried with me, and she just forgave me for everything. I look back and like I was saved. It was the series on David about when David celebrated and sacrificed every 7 steps. And he talked about at the end, he said, celebrate like you've never celebrated before at the end. And this was after I was first service, after I was saved. And the entire service felt like I was the only person sitting in that chair, and there was nobody else around me. And I don't know many songs then, but they played What a Beautiful Name It Is. And like, I never felt anything in worship. But he played that song, and like I couldn't even control myself. Like it was like faucets, and I just went up and let everything on that altar and just cried of like just a weight. And that weight had already been off me anyways, but it was the first time I felt like just completely washed away, where it didn't matter what I did before. I'm forgiven. From the people in my small group to my wife who loved me throughout this whole thing, they're the reason that I have and truly believe that Jesus could have saved a guy like me.